I'm Jade Ellenger's #1 fan. My name's Julie, and I'm also her mum.
Oh, gosh.
God,
I'm a shocker.
now I don't know her at all. Who are you?
The pink boots.
What a story. Do you remember you wouldn't play without your pink boots?
No, I still won't.
I even tagged you, I think, as #5 pink boots.
Pink boots. And it's stuck.
Yeah.
Mum will post on Facebook religiously, right? Like religiously. Checks in wherever we go. And every day we're like, pre-game Brecky. It's a photo of Brecky and Brecky for my superstar. And then she checks in the game, go #5, #pink boots. Every game without fail. Like I don't think there's a Facebook post that's gone past without #pink boots.
And then, do you remember when they stopped making the pink boots? We had a little bit of a momentarily panic. And then when they literally started to fall apart, it was like, okay, so sort of, what are we going to do now? It was we didn't even think about changing colour, did we?
No.
It's like,
So we just had to find them.
so do you remember where we found them?
Spain.
Yeah. So we got online, didn't we? We got online and found a pair. I think they were the child's version in Spain somewhere. And sure enough, a few weeks later, they arrived. It was quite a procedure to try and get your pink boots.
We were very stressed, so we couldn't play without them. I love pink. It's my favourite colour. I think, honestly, and these were the comfiest boots when I first put them on, and they were bright pink, so it just worked out really well.
Got to get all emotional.
Oh,
now.
no, don't, because I'm going to cry.
But I think with Jade, it's the commitment and the loyalty to the team that you have always had. Even in the early days of your AFL career, remember you got drafted, you played 2 games that year, and then the following year you didn't play any games. And that to me was, from a parent point of view, was probably the hardest time to watch you commit, try your best, listen to the coaches, do everything they asked of you, and you just didn't make the cut. Each week we'd come back, did you get in? Oh no, not this week, not this week. But it's commitment, drive, and I'll just do better next week. She'd be the biggest supporter of the team, the loudest supporter of the team, in amongst the mix in the changing rooms and everything else. Knowing full well in her heart she was so disappointed she didn't make the cut that week.
No,
That's what we love about you. That's it. And I think our teammates love her for it as well.
no. That's so nice. So nice for me. You are my #1 fan.
Always. From the moment Jay could move, she has 2 speeds. Full on, or she's asleep. There's really not a lot in between. She wanted to be first, highest, the tallest, longest. She wanted to have the most in her maths test or the red stars on her book when she was little, and have the most books taken home for reading and all that sort of business. She was fun and lively, not a cuddly baby. Similar now, a little bit spiky now sometimes.
Well, not that spiky. I'm softening up.
You are.
In my
Taken
my
like 24 years to soften, but we're getting there.
slowly but surely.
So we were at an AFL school, which we didn't really get involved in the early years because it was like, something that the boys did. I don't think we even realised there was much girl playing at all at that stage.
There wasn't.
Mr. Exelby was probably one of her first encouragers and mentors. So he was probably one of the most instrumental people, wasn't he, to get you actually going?
Well, to get me playing football, he said I could have the day off school. So I was like, perfect. This is brilliant.
That's it.
Of course I'll come.
So she loved it.
Yeah.
I want to do that again.
Because I was only 15, they had the seniors team and stuff. And I was like the best part of 50 kilos at this point in time. So I was like, oh, this is going to be fun.
Yeah.
Because the only way I don't get tackled is if I keep running. So I just had to keep running.
That was the rules there. Just don't let them get you because you're too small. But she was fast. That was good. We started playing at Cooperoo, didn't we?
Yeah, which actually worked out really well because now
did.
I've met some of my best friends there and we played like junior footy together and then all the way through to Lions.
Obviously you got Zielke, who was, the senior player, captain there as well, and Sally Young. I think they're probably those in the AFL type arena, probably the most people I think had the most influence in you in the early days and the most support and encouragement. So it was a big learning curve for everybody. They're just wonderful. Well, they still are.
They still are.
Yeah.
Well, they live and breathe footy. Queensland and football is incredible because of them. So I was very lucky that they're now my best friends, but also our mentors. It's like one of Mum's 20 badges.
Well, yes. I did buy lots, didn't I?
you've sold the store out. Every time people go and buy the badges in the shop and they're like, oh, there's none left. I'm like, who is possibly buying my badge?
So I did buy lots for family in Melbourne, in the UK.
Ordering them offline.
That's it.
That is so funny.
But the weirdest thing for me is you go to a store and you're buying a badge with your daughter's face on it.
So that's pretty weird.
And then people ask for you for an autograph.
Yeah.
Can you autograph my badge?
It is still pretty surreal.
It is. And I have still got some. I think I've got one from each season.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a bit of a surreal moment to see your child's face on a badge.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You've had a couple of moments, I think, on the pitch that as a parent, mum, #1 fan, you've made me cry and goose pimply and stuff. And I think one of those was on the first grand final. So obviously we won the grand final. At the end of the game, siren goes off. Everyone goes absolutely mad. Your dad and I were one of those as well, of course. But Jade was on the bench at that time at the end of the game. So was your captain, who was injured. And rather than Jade herring onto the pitch with the rest of the team, says, no, captain has to come too. And you took that moment to grab Zielke and haul her and carry her half onto the pitch because she was injured. And I remember thinking, oh my gosh, how good is that? I'm so proud as a mother, as a fan. And I just think, yeah, that's my girl.
No.
Yeah.
Jesus. Zielke is like, she's torn her hammy, like, it's like gone, like fully gone. And I didn't know at the time, but she knew that was her last game. And she turned to me on the bench and in the last quarter and kind of said, she's like, this is me, like, I'm done. I knew that she was obviously going to retire and stuff, and she is one of my best mates and played such a big role in me getting drafted and stuff. So yeah, we just grabbed her in the video and she's hobbling on, just so happy, so stoked. But
it was a very proud moment.
I didn't even know you saw that.
What does your daughter do for a job? Oh, she's a professional sports person. Not many parents can say that. And we're so proud, you know, and long may it continue.
I'm Jade Ellenger, and Julie is my #1 fan.